Good afternoon, you beautiful people of the YouTube. I want to clarify something. The other day when I was speaking about people being real pious in their walk with Torah or the Big C Christian Church, this is what I was referencing to. So, Matthew 23, Christ himself is explaining to the Pharisees that you ain't doing nothing without him. And it's crazy because I've been looking up the Torah myself. I do believe the Father's put some good people there to show me that way and how they walk it. And I'm not talking about them on that. I'm talking about these different rabbis I've been looking up, looking at dates and times. And boy, not only do some of them disagree, they literally just talk shit on each other, and they're all supposed to be men of God. How's that make sense? Sounds like a Baptist versus Protestant versus Catholic. Same crap over and over. And it's always that these people, or at least in my experience, our date and time is right. Our date and time is right. We don't like you because you said this, or this ain't the right moon, or this or that. And it's like, ma'am, this is why I'm not a religious person at all. Matter of fact, I despise religion. But I do have my relationship with Yeshua Messiah, Jesus Christ, myself, and the Father. 100%. I don't care. Y'all don't have to argue with me on that because you're not going to win. That's just the way I am. But that's how come I always bring up the point of being a relationshipist. When everybody asks me, like, oh, you're religious. No, I'm 100% not religious. Matter of fact, I just don't like it. The thing about religion is it's always coming back to man's hands and not what God is truly showing us. At least I believe. Now, I'm young and dumb enough. I could always be proven wrong. But generally, if I say something like that, that means I did a little bit of research. So, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I'll adjust and apply. But right now, I'm just staying in my relationship with the Most High. But, we got some big news. Seaburn bio attacks. Look at that bio attack. Fucking hives. Had water main bust. A big city one, not me specifically. Took a shower that night, and since Sunday have had these hives. Generally, it's because of the fluorine in the water. Chlorine, not fluorine. Generally, it's that. That's the reason why. I don't do a lot of pools anymore and stuff. My skin just don't like it. I know, I'm a wussy. Bet your ass I am. So, been dealing with that trial. And talk about Job. A good man of the Most High did bring it up to me one day. The example of Job. So here we are. Look how blotchy that shit is. And boy, they were itching. That doesn't mean I wanted to find out, Father. I didn't want to find that out. Well, here we are. But I've been using personal water stash I got set back for events because I sure as hell ain't drinking the tap water in this place, let alone bathing in it, hardly. But I had to do a horror bath, and now it's kind of clearing up, which tells me it probably was just higher amount of chlorine than normal. But we've got Russia. Oh, golf taunting anyone? WMDs from Saddam, anyone? I'll tell you one thing. If you're a prepper, you better have you about 100 ProMask filters off to the side. Because people don't realize, depending on what agent it is, what alpha, beta, gamma particulates are in the air, is how often you're going to switch out those filters. So, I got one filter and a ProMask. You better get right with Jesus then. Because depending on what it is, 15 minutes of exposure, 20, 30 minutes of exposure, you ain't gonna need it. Going out radiated, ooh, it ain't like that show or the game Fallout. It ain't that pretty. I can assure you that. Have I seen it firsthand right in front of me? No. But have I seen it close enough to where it ain't good? Yes. And then there's the other leak. We made the here, sent it over to China so that they disperse it. I mean, this is truly the good and evil fight, I believe. Y'all can call me a little wild, ecstatic, eccentric any other day of the week. But this time I don't believe so at all. They're trying to play God, man. You know, it's funny. It's human history. There ain't nothing new underneath the sun. Except for this time. I don't know if I would necessarily say there's not anything new. But the way I perceive this, and I could be wrong, is that the ill intentions of other men trying to roll over other men has always been the same. And Satan's always been the same. So that part I agree with. But pretty sure back in, Babylon days, 600 BC, 500 something BC, they didn't have the internet like we got now. But they were all probably a lot closer together. Two big cities 20 miles apart. Nowadays it's like us being a couple hours apart for these big cities. So maybe they did have that kind of level of communication to an extent. So with that being said, honestly, I don't like this. I don't want it. I've done CBRN shit for years, man. 8 years. Until I got my DD 214 and my honorable. You're welcome. But I've also seen some other things take place before this. Hence H1N1. And that right there was a precursor. That right there was a precursor on a small scale. And just think about how many other small scale things they've had, like the Ebola bust out in Africa, or this or that. See, watch Alphabet show up now. I think they already tried to get me. I really do. That's a joke. I don't care. I ain't walking in no fear. I'm walking with the Most High. And they failed. So, there's that. But anyway, with all these different little countries around the world, or big countries, how many of those things do you think really happen a year that you don't know about? Probably about as many leaves as you see out here in the yard. And the ones they do want you to know about, it's fear tactic. And the threat probably is correct. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're not spreading mumps, measles, some hybrid bullshit of something or multiple things, because that's just, evil does what evil does. And it doesn't discriminate on any type of life form. You drop certain agents, dude, there ain't no life. I mean, you'll have green grass, you'll have trees growing, but you'll notice it's a dead silence. And then, this is a real good one. Oh, Elon Musk, Dark MAGA, Trump. I believe fully, and this is just me, not anybody else. I believe fully they wanted to make it so bad with the opposing quote-unquote force there. Everybody would vote for so-and-so person to be there now. And it's just too damn quiet. Way too quiet. It would be wild. Fucking Harleys. It would be wild if they made it that bad so that you would intentionally vote for this guy And then now they're going to put on everybody like, oh, look at this dude after 3.5 years. Don't get me wrong. They both suck. I despise all of them. Not a single one of them who could tell me that, just by looking at them, I believe in God. Hey, Satan believes in God too. So anybody that says they believe in God, but whenever Trump mentions something of if I'm a good person, I go to heaven, and if I'm a bad person, I go someplace else. That's not how your relationship with Yeshua Messiah works, homie. So that tells me your faith, or lack of, playing this stupid worldly game. How about 10 kings? We're going to see the 10 kings show up? What about Elon? Dark MAGA has Baphomet on his Halloween costume. Like, am I the only one seeing this? Is everybody else blind? There is going to be a great deception. And I know it's not a lot of people I know at all. Nobody's blindly following anybody here except for Jesus, as far as people I concern my life with. But is anybody not seeing the red flag? Huh? Can't see the moles digging underneath the yard here? Just because you don't see the moles doesn't mean that they're not there. Anybody not seeing that? Maybe it is just me. But I made a comment before the selection happened. And I said, just giving a little bit of R&D research I had on some things. And what other people pulled together is, what if they push a digital currency though? No matter what, we got to economically fall. And therefore you get this digital currency in. And then Bitcoin goes, how do you know Bitcoin's not the predecessor to the one coin? One. Just asking questions. I don't know anything. I'm just asking questions. Kind of wild though. Still taking the dollar. And then we have wars and rumors of wars. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want any of us to have to go through war. I've seen great men and women come back that are completely fucked up for the rest of their life. And that's not fair that they gave that much for this country and we just shit on them. Fucking pisses me off. Because if they gave that much, we should have done more than that. That's why, I joke about me being a badass, but honestly, I'm pretty fucking humble, because I've seen those who are the badasses, and some of them didn't make it back. They came back with a flag draped over them. Whatever's coming, please, if you got conviction on your heart to talk to the Most High, then I would suggest doing that ASAP over anything. For sure. But then again, read it for yourself. We're all in this word right here. Up until right there. So we're all here somewhere. I'm not saying Revelation specifically, but we've been told, be wary of somebody who comes up for 1,260 days. Have a blessed day. Please. Thanks, Dad.